Hey everyone, it's Cathy with the Meehan Mission podcast, and today I interviewed Andrea Reed. Andrea is the founder and creator of the Holistic Wellness Event, and this event actually takes place this Saturday in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and I believe it's probably the largest of its type in the state of Oklahoma. It's an event where vendors and practitioners and people who are in the holistic or natural remedy arena. They get together, and so you can come there, find your community, and get lots of great, helpful information. We'll leave a link down below so you can check out more details, and we hope to see you there. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Meehan Mission podcast. I'm very excited today because our guest is Andrea Reed, and she is an Oklahoma person right here, and she has just some exciting things going on. And I actually went to one of these wellness events a couple of years ago and actually met a neighbor that lives out in the country near me. It was a great thing. So it's a good opportunity to meet people, and I'll let her talk about that pretty soon. But first off, welcome, Andrea. I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Thank you for having me here.
You bet. So if you could tell everybody a little bit about you and your goals and, what you have created, because it is phenomenal.
Thank you. I do want to say that the reason this is phenomenal is because of the support we get from our practitioner community. So I am going to start with that because it's not about me. But hey, y'all, I'm Andrea Reed. I'm originally from Canada. I've been an Oklahoma person for, almost 20 years now. And absolutely love it here. Love the people. Love our freedoms. We homeschool our two boys, and I started our nonprofit, which is Oklahoma Center for Wellness, back in 2010 while pregnant with my first son. And the purpose of establishing our nonprofit to begin with is to help educate the public on natural health and wellness. I don't want to say alternatives, but ways to support our bodies in a healthy way. And we just started out with kind of free talks here and there. And it was after the birth of my second son that I realized we needed to kind of ramp it up a little bit more. So a little bit of background, I had a hospital birth and a home birth in that order. Hospital birth was very disempowering, brought up a lot of trauma, created some trauma, and that's like putting it mildly. And the 3.5 years between that experience and the more empowered home birth that we had with our second child really brought me in touch with our local practitioner community here in northeastern Oklahoma. And so, I'm from the west coast of Canada where I grew up. My mom had a health diagnosis in the 80s, and she healed herself through nutrition. So I had that foundation already. And, she would take me to all sorts of places growing up, chiropractors, massage, different forms of body work, iridology, acupuncture, all sorts of things that were just super weird to me as a little kid. Pretty normal for us now on a daily basis.
Yes. Yeah.
Not daily, but, as a part of our wellness practice, because we want to stay on the front end of health and wellness.
Right. And you find that big division. There's the people that know the allopathic world, and then there's the people that know the natural holistic world. And what I love is that you are educating people on the alternative to the allopathic, which is alternative, holistic, and all of that.
Well, and I don't really have another option but to do that because I am third generation medical let down through the women in my family. And there's probably further generations back, but that I'm aware of. And I watched my mom's mom with her illness and in her passing. And then my mom, reversed a disease that was a misdiagnosis that was, incurable, and reversed it through nutrition and changing the way that our family ate, and they became vegetarian, and then now, more pescatarian and bringing in like local grass-fed meats and stuff now. But so I witnessed my mom's health decline dramatically as a small child, and then have that like change over many years. But the thing is, it took about she doesn't say she had a decade of illness. She says that it was like 9.5 years before she found the answers, before she found the people that could help her. And in her case, it was a naturopath in Vancouver that helped her start to reverse symptoms in about 3 weeks. And so reflecting on that as a grown-up and hearing her story, I'm like, man, my mom was sick my whole small childhood, like 0 to 10 kind of thing. And what would our life have been like if she wasn't struggling so much? And, so when I had my various healing crises, I had to go out and seek answers. I realized very quickly it was up to me to find, it was up to me. Like the cavalry wasn't coming. The people that I trusted and went to for answers couldn't tell me anything. You're fine. Your son's fine. Yeah. Everyone's fine. It's fine. There's no issue. Don't worry about it. Wow. And I knew in my gut and my heart, I knew, no, we may be surviving and we may not be presenting symptoms that they're looking to diagnose something for. I didn't feel fine. And I knew that there were things going on with him that needed correction. And so
motherly intuition, you just knew. Yeah.
And if that's the only piece of advice I ever give out, because I don't do advice, is like, go trust your mama gut, like go within, do your research, ask questions. Because we know, like these babies were given to us because we're the perfect parent for them. So trusting that, I believe.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. You've got to, nowadays, you have to be, what we always say is the scientist of your own health, and the mother has to be the advocate for her child. And especially because you are given a motherly intuition and when things aren't going quite right. And so, I mean, it's just personal experience. I think that's what brings a lot of people over into the natural, healing and looking at alternatives is like, I know that there's something not quite right. And what do I need to do? And you're right. You had to do your own research.
And it was a scary place to be, to realize no one's coming to save me.
Yeah.
And it was also really empowering because I'm like, well, now it's up to me. Now I've got to do the work and figure stuff out on how I can heal and how I can help him, because I knew I had to heal in order to be there for him. And, how do you find out? How do you know what you don't know?
Yeah.
I did some research. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Where do you start?
Well, this is going to sound a little wacky.
No.
But I kind of, maybe not. I kind of hit a point where he was 3 months old and there was no life-threatening, there was nothing that was irreversible, but there were things that were not right that he needed help with. And, he's 13 now. He was 3 months at the time. I'll never forget this moment. I just kind of hit this wall where it was almost like that moment of surrender where you're just like, I don't know what to do. But usually that can become this like beautiful moment of like through. And I remember laying him. I don't think I've ever told anyone this story like publicly, but I like laid him on our bed and I was like, I don't know what to do to help you. You're going to have to bring someone to me.
Yeah.
And so whether I was talking to him or his higher intelligence or, I don't know. But within the following week, 3 people randomly, two told me directly about somebody that was a practitioner, and one I overheard in another conversation. And I was like, okay, I'm paying attention.
Wow.
Whew, I got goosebumps on that one.
Wow.
And so, yeah. And I do feel like life answers the questions we ask. Like life is like the fabric that is life. This space answers our questions. It's like the etheric Google. So I just have to know the right question to ask. It's okay. And then I'll start to get the right answers. But how do you know what to ask? So I was like, who can help me with him? And this person came to our life, a practitioner, and that was our gateway in. And from there, we met more people and more people and more people. And it escalated to the point where I was like, this area has so many incredible practitioners that are doing amazing work. Why don't people know about this? And people started asking me after our home birth, I'm pregnant with my first child. What would you recommend I look into? Who should I talk to? Things like that. People were just asking me lots of times. And I thought, well, let's bring everyone together under one roof. for all the resources that I wish I had had before I had my first.
Right.
And we launched with the Holistic Birth and Baby event in 2019 in Tulsa. And I think we had like 25 vendors, and we had, under 100 people that came, which was pretty cool for a Saturday afternoon. And
Yeah.
this was like a one and done for me. I'm like, okay, we did
It's a
it.
lot of work.
It is, but
Yeah.
my background, is in sales and marketing and conference and banqueting and hotels, and we used to put on big events, and it's a passion of mine to bring people together.
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of work, but it was also a passion project. I had one person, Dana Moses, volunteered with me, and then I had a lot of other friends that came on the day and helped. And then people started asking when's the next one, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean the
You
next one?
started something here that's just growing, but there's a need for that. And I mean, I can just tell from talking to you, you are a connector and I can tell you've got such a passion for it. And it's like, it helped me and I needed a place to go. So how can I give other people a place to go? And I mean, what you have done is just fabulous. I mean, I think your event is probably the biggest one of its kind in Oklahoma now. I mean, that is a lot. You have done a remarkable job. That's
And
great.
thank you, and I'll accept that. I received that. Thank you.
Yes. Good.
And it's been because of the response of our community, and I feel like the times need it. So,
Right. Yeah.
but the response has been huge and so surprising. And we still hear stories from last year's event about people who, because we expanded to the Holistic Women's Wellness event, we did that in September of 2020. And then in 2022, I was like, okay, we're just going to do the Holistic Wellness event. And it's for all people, because then it was like, when's the men's one? And I was like, that's not my area of expertise at all.
Yeah.
So what I have noticed, especially with our practitioner community, and certainly with my story, and many of us that have been through a lot, it as we find healing, it creates a space for us to then move on and help more people.
Yes, I
So I've
agree.
seen that with a lot of people who have been through a lot.
Hmm.
It's like it's expanded the bandwidth to be able to help more people if that's
Right.
their calling, if that's their choice. So
Right.
this is
Yeah.
an invitation, and it's so exciting that so many people have responded to it so well.
Yeah. I think it's great. So this event that's coming up this weekend, the holistic wellness event, what are you anticipating at this event?
So we are so excited. So this is in a few days, Saturday, October 12th, 2024. Our event is free and open to the public. It is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Stony Creek Hotel and Conference Center in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And we have this Stony Creek's 12,000 square foot grand ballroom.
Wow.
The whole space, I believe we have over 70 vendors there, and it is a wide variety of natural, holistic health and wellness practitioners that have all been vetted through our organization to be aligned with principles of holistic health, treating the whole body, treating the person as like a whole person,
Yes.
informed consent, and all the pieces there, where these are practitioners that know that they're advisors and really invest in their clients and their patients. And so we've expanded the event now to include things like more local foods, like local food producers, local nonprofits that are doing amazing things in our area as well. So there's this place for collaboration within the vendor community, within the practitioner community at our events, but also within the attendees that come. So we have people come to our events that are looking for jobs in natural health and wellness, who are looking to get out of what they're currently doing and come into this. We have a lot of people come. The number one reason is for community, based on people that have voted on our polls on social media. Most people are excited about the community. We have so many testimonies of people coming. Yeah, that they know that they're going to walk in and they're going to be welcomed in a non-judgment zone, that there's no such thing as too many questions, that It's just
And no
a
question is a dumb question, right? Yeah. Yeah.
there's no such thing as dumb questions. No,
No.
absolutely. So I actually had one person say on camera that she felt like this was a safe place where she could come to, where out there
Yeah.
was just getting kind of crazy. And then you
Mhm.
walk in, she's like, these are my people. And you're looking at expanding out to reaching people that this is brand new to. So if somebody
Mhm.
is just starting to feel like, hey, maybe like I did when I started,
Mhm.
something's not right and I don't know and I'm not getting my answers from the primary place that I go to get my answers from, come to our event and just
Right.
walk around. And there's lots of space. So some people were like, oh, I don't deal well with a lot of people. Our morning hours are the busiest. The first
Okay.
50 people that come through the door, they get a free swag bag, which is filled with goodies from our vendors and local community. But our afternoon hours are a little quieter. So our vendors often will network within each other, check out each other's booths.
Yeah. And
But also
that's very
people
important.
who don't like crowds tend to come after lunch. And we've got
Mhm.
food trucks. I'm talking your ear off, Cathy. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I'm glad to know that all that's going to be there. So
Yeah.
it's the other thing is, especially, I hate to say it, but after COVID, a lot of people are starting to question what are alternatives to their current care, or what else is out there. What do I not know? Because I mean, we're guilty of, going from an allopathic world when our kids were little to, my husband was a physician. I mean, so, he learned everything in med school, a pill for every ill, and then transitioned when he saw that that wasn't working. Let's get to the root cause. And, that just literally opened up a whole new world. And people don't realize that it's out there, which is, why I'm so thankful for people like you, Andrea, where you are using your strengths of organization and passion, and you are connector, and you're bringing people together. And we need people like you to do that, so that we can just expand the wealth of knowledge to other people, and again create that community, because the community is such an important part of it. Which I also want to talk about your Oklahoma Center for Wellness, because I did see that on your website. And by the way, I will put links to your website and also to the holistic wellness event, and so that people can go directly to those sites. But I know a couple of the girls at the office have been buzzing about your wellness center. So I wanted you to speak about that, if you don't mind.
I would love
Mhm.
to. Thank you. So,
Yeah.
the vision for our wellness center has always been to create a space on a large piece of land where we have 360 degrees of holistic health and wellness all under one roof. And our website is labeled learnteachheal.org because we feel that everybody has the opportunity to do all three: learn, to teach, to heal. All three are available to everyone. So we see the wellness center as like the macro version of the model on the larger scale, with teaching gardens that feed into our teaching kitchen, which feed into a food production aspect of it, so that busy practitioners who are treating people all day and busy parents who maybe, people are working two jobs now and raising children. How do you get the time to source locally produced nutrient dense foods and then prepare a meal at the end of the day?
Yeah.
It's kind of madness. So, to have that food production aspect of it where people can come in and buy, I say ready meals, but like prepared meals that they can just take home and put in their Instapot or in their oven and have something fresh and locally sourced and clean.
Yeah.
And
Very important.
so that's
Yeah.
the food piece of it, because we're not getting what we need from our food and our soil is
Mhm.
depleted. So building all that up. And then
Mhm.
having the practitioner marketplace side of it too, where we'll have on-site resident and rotating traveling practitioners coming to our location.
Great.
Yeah, because so like Oklahoma is not really a destination place for
Yeah.
worldwide
I mean,
yet.
it's not the first thing you would think of is Oklahoma, right? Yeah.
No, people fly over Oklahoma and drive through it with all
Yeah.
these amazing skill sets of holistic health and wellness and healing modalities. We want to have a hub for them to come to
Mhm.
where they can come and share their knowledge. So,
Yes.
again, events, co-working spaces for kids too, because we have lots of practitioners who have pulled their kids from school and are homeschooling and finding, we're trying to find that balance between earning an income and doing our work and keeping our kids close. So having those pieces included. So yes, the vision video on our website dials it down really well with some good visuals in there. And that is
I
the
saw
macro
it.
vision.
I liked it. Yeah. I thought it looked great. Well,
Thank you.
Andrea, is there any last thing? Oh, well, actually, you know what? I like to ask my guests one thing, and that is like, what is your superpower? What makes you you, and what can people learn from Andrea?
Wow. Okay. I need to think about that. Um, what is my superpower? Because there's all the things that we do, right? But that's not
Mhm.
necessarily a superpower.
I'll give
Hmm.
you a hint. Mine is I'm a peacemaker. I love to make sure that everybody's getting along and that there's not a lot of conflict and everybody's included. That's kind of like, that's my kind of superpower. I like to just, that's the one thing people are like, if they have a problem, they come to Cathy and I help fix it. Um,
It's amazing.
yeah, I see you as a connector. You are, you are, you do a lot of really good things and connecting people. So if you
Thank you.
can't
The
think of
first
one,
thing
I
that
would give
came
you
to
that.
mind, something that came to mind when you were sharing your superpower is
Uh-huh.
uh, igniter. And
Mm,
I have been accused of seeing potential in people before they see it themselves. And so I love to help people unlock that potential within.
mm,
Because for me, it's always
that's
been
good.
important to earn an income in something in a way that's ethical and integrity and a passion that I love. And I've spent the majority of my life doing that. And when I haven't, I realized it and gotten out of it pretty quickly. So I feel like, showing people the way that it's possible to earn an income, or even if you took the money aspect out of it, like have a purpose and a passion within
Yes.
you brought to the surface and realize it. So I do love that because there's like light bulb moments when I'm working with people and I'm like, you would be great at this. And I start telling them all about it and they're like leaning back and leaning back and leaning back away from me. And I'm like, oh, you don't know this yet. Like, I
Yeah.
can see this in you. So it's like this
That's
tapestry.
great. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. I always
Yeah.
envisioned it like this tapestry where it's like, we're on the ground level and we're seeing all these threads and where they intersect and connect and things like that. But every now and then it's, possible to sometimes take a step back and see a glimpse of the big picture. And
Hmm.
it is a beautiful sight because I do feel like we are on the upswing of helping a lot of people. And
Yes.
my passion is to help get our systems in place so that as more people realize they have a need for what our community has to offer, that
Hmm.
we have the infrastructure and support in order to be able to help a lot of people.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. I think that's great. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing
Thank
with
you.
the Meehan Mission podcast.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I think Jimmy would be proud that, we're finally doing it. I always tell everybody, the enemy of done is perfection. So we just get out there and we go and we can improve as we grow, right? So
Yeah,
that's
100%.
kind of where we're at. But I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend. We'll be there. We
Thank you.
have a booth, and like I said, I'll leave the link down below, and so people can reach out and find out more information for themselves. And it was great having you, Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you. Such an honor to be on here with you. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you so much.